Продолжаем играть в blacksad. Так, ну мы всех обзвонили, сейчас будем идти по следу. Вперед. Так. Ну-ка, мусорка. Да, с ней ничего нельзя сделать. Опа, какой-то
Good morning, sir.
бомж.
Hi, good morning to you.
John Blacksad, Private Eye. Would you mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Not at all. Proceed, Your Honor.
Have you seen anything unusual lately?
Yes, indeed, kind prince. My pretty little eyes just saw a pink elephant parade. But naturally, I decided to join in the fun.
Sorry about your condition.
Excuse me? What condition? My sobriety? Oh, worry not, kind prince. I have a plan. It just so happens that you can, apple of my eye, do this old man a favor and bring him some sustenance.
All right.
Пожевать ему нужно.
Looks like a chest expander, doesn't it?
О, этот был в шкафчике у кого-то, по-моему. Так, далее.
I might just be the last person in New York without a TV. Maybe that's how I should spend the bribe money.
Телек купить надо. На самом деле жалею реально то, что я подставил того носорога, он был довольно крутым чуваком, но, блин. Что сделали, то сделали. Посмотрим, как разовьются события после этого. Так, ну... Карточки всякие. Так называемые наполнители. Так, ну мы круг сделали, короче. Да. Никаких следов, ничего такого не видно. Тогда надо ехать куда-то в другое место. Или же обойдем тоже здание здесь.
Mary Purnell, the person who found Dunn's body, works a block away from the gym. I'm certain she can give me the kind of information that...
Hey! Watch where you're going, you jerk! You looking for trouble, moron?
You better watch it.
Go to hell, man! You better not show your face around here!
Ah.
And there you go. We'll miss you at Sam's Diner. Come back soon. Welcome to Sam's Diner. What can I get for you?
Blacksad, Private Eye. I work for Sonia Dunn. I need to ask you some questions about Joe Dunn.
Sure, but I'm working right now. Maybe later?
I only see one customer sitting at the counter, and he's asking for your cooperation.
All right.
Can I have a hamburger, please?
Oh, sure. Regular or cheese?
I think I'll get the cheeseburger.
Mm-hmm. You want fries? A drink?
No, that's it.
Okay. Is that for here or to go then?
To go, please.
One cheeseburger to go, Sam.
Okay.
Так. Сэм.
Her handwriting is nice and neat.
Угу. Опа.
Smells like cinnamon. No, cinnamon and burgers.
Your burger is ready.
All right, I'll let you enjoy your meal.
4 people used the back door that very same night.
What?
Well, I might be blind as a bat, but as you can certainly see, I have 2 wonderfully functional ears.
4 people used the back door 2 days ago?
Yeah, that's right.
Who was the first person to use the back door?
Someone big unlocked the door, stepped inside, then came right back out.
Who was the second person to use the back door?
A man, just a few minutes after the first person. He came back out muttering, "Ungrateful bastard." Then he threw something in the trash and walked back in. Oh, no, wait. Before that, he gave me a coin. A coin? I mean, do I look like I need spare change, huh? I mean, I'm staying at the Million-Star Hotel, for God's sake.
Who was the third person to use the back door?
Judging by the quiet footsteps, I'd say it was someone small. I'd say it was about 30 minutes after the second person came
Наверное,
out.
как раз таки
Whoever it was
очевидец.
threw something in the trash and stood in front of me for a moment. Then I heard a click. And finally, I heard trailing laughter in that direction.
Who was the fourth person to use the back door?
Someone big. I recall heavy breathing. The person left in a hurry, running in that direction.
wonder what it's like to be blind. Would I cope? Blind and legless. How does he get by? Looks like someone used it as a punching ball.
Так, понятно. Ну, вроде все. Или нет? Или он само должен выйти? Да вроде все, блин. Я думаю, все, да.
Where did you get that paint can?
In the trash can in the back. I found it right after the comings and goings. I wanted to see what those people were leaving behind.
There's a chest expander in your cart.
A what expander?
A thingamajig with 3 springs.
Oh, the thingamajig with springs. So I got it from the trash back there. A paint can and a thingamajig with springs. What a night!
You were acting a bit strange before, but now you seem fine. Why is that?
Hey, you got great vision, sense of smell, and hearing. Why is that?
Well, I'm a cat.
Well, I'm a goat.
That's all for now. Thanks.
Так, ну, как я понял, в мусорке в этой ничего не осталось. Хорошо. Дедукция. Так, на полу осталось пятно краски. Так.
Well, I know this much. The chest expander in the trash belongs to Yale.
Эспандер. Больше дедукция невозможно, как я понял. Ну да, в принципе, тут ничего такого логичного прям нету. Ну, пойдем дальше. Так, зайдем обратно в закусочную. Поговорим с этой теткой. Может, что-то узнаем. Что за пес? Прохожий. Поэтому-то я пошел. Подожди, овчарка. Да вряд ли это он. Да. Прикольно. Прикольный мир.
What can you tell me about Sonia Dunn?
I barely know her, but she looks like a smart girl, poor thing.
What do you think about Jake Ostiambi?
Who? Who's that?
A big gorilla. Boxer, too. A friend of Joe Dunn's.
Oh, yeah. I barely know him. I don't like how he looks at me.
Can I ask you about your job?
Which one?
Tell me about your work here in the diner.
Oh, it's wonderful. I love it. My boss.
Oh, glad to hear that. How long have you worked at the gym?
It's been, what, 4 or 5 years? Although, I don't think I'll be able to set foot in there again.
This must be really hard for you. I'm sorry. Other than the diner and the gym, you don't work anywhere else, right?
I wouldn't have the time, although I'm not sure I want to continue working at the gym.
It might be best to stay away from the gym, at least for a while, for your own well-being. In due time, things might change.
Joey used to say the same thing. Maybe. I don't know. Thanks.
Let's talk a bit more about Joe Dunn. How was Joe Dunn outside the gym?
I wouldn't know. I only saw him at the gym or right there. That was his spot. I think everyone liked him.
What kind of boss was Joe Dunn?
A good one. Always paid on time, never raised his voice. If I asked for the day off, he even cleaned the gym.
Can you tell me how you found Dunn's body?
Well, I thought I was alone. I clean early in the morning before Mr. Dunn comes in.
Oh, so you have keys to the gym.
Yes, of course. There was paint on the floor, so I thought it'd be a busy morning. And then I saw him, hanging there, like a baby mobile over a crib. Then I think I panicked. When I calmed down, I called the police and waited outside.
Это она следы оставила на краске, скорее
Sorry,
всего.
that's all I can say.
Don't worry. But if you remember anything else, let me know. Thanks, but I still don't get why he'd commit suicide. Maybe he simply had money issues.
Yeah, I don't know. Could be. The gym didn't really get that dirty lately.
I heard his relationship with his daughter wasn't ideal.
Oh, really? Poor man. I don't have kids, but that has to be really hard.
His wife died years ago. Maybe he never got over it.
Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe he did. That was a long time ago.
Have you remembered anything else about the moment you found Dunn's body?
I'm afraid not. It's too painful.
I know, but we need to find Bobby Yale. Anything, any minor detail, could really make a difference.
I'll try.
Any ideas where Bobby Yale could be?
How am I supposed to know? He's rarely there when I clean the gym. Bobby seems like a nice kid, but I barely know him.
Sorry. I think that's it for now. See you around.
We'll miss you at Sam's Diner. Bye-bye.
Ну, в принципе, миссию можно назвать удачной. Так, что там по дедукции? Вроде что-то было, да? Ну, нет. Так, тут охранник, похоже. Нет. Просто частная зона. Окей. Тут край карты. У меня артефакты на экране.
I'd prefer a yellow Cadillac, but I can't complain.
Так, а поехать как?
I'd prefer a yellow Cadillac, but I can't complain.
Да, никак не поедешь. Ну иди. Тогда нужно из клуба куда-то ехать, получается. Эх. Кривоватая игрушка.
Okay, Jake.
I told you.
Desmond O'Leary.
Huh?
I know you work for him.
Now you're just making stuff up. Why would you say that?
I saw the shamrock in your locker. I know what it means.
Okay, let's say you're right. So what? What are you gonna do, huh?
We're pals. I won't do a thing. But please, tell me the truth.
Okay, I guess I should have said something. Business isn't going that well lately. Natalia was my last well-paying job, and it's been a while. Then O'Leary shows up and offers me a bodyguard contract. What was I supposed to do?
Yeah, I understand.
Seriously, you don't seem like the type to accept shady offers.
I've done things like that, and worse, but I'm not proud of them.
Hey, O'Leary might run an illegal gambling operation, but it's not like he's killing people or conning widows. And I'm just a bodyguard. I make sure no one gets hurt. What I do, including my contract and paycheck, is 100% legal. How bad can that be?
O'Leary pays you with dirty money, and you're part of a criminal organization. There's no two ways about it, but that's not what bothers me. I'm starting to think you played a role in Joe Dunn's death.
Who? Me? Come on, John.
Then why are you lying?
Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it now. I was here the day Dunn died.
Go on.
I had to take care of some business for O'Leary. He makes me wear the shamrock when I work for him. I left the damn thing in my locker.
Say no more. You came in the back door.
How did you... Yeah, that's it. Joe had mentioned he'd been painting that afternoon, but I forgot. I stopped in my tracks when I saw him screaming bloody murder at Bobby Yale at the top of the scaffold.
Did this happen often?
Not in the last few years. Apparently, Bobby wanted to do something. Something that horrified Joe. So Joe threatened to call off the fight against Stone and kick him out of the gym for good. I didn't want them to see me, so I left.
Jake, why didn't you tell me?
I thought you'd be pissed off.
Well, you were wrong.
I'm sorry, John. I should have said something.
Don't worry. We all make mistakes. Time to go. I need to think about everything you just told me.
Thanks, John.
Отлично. Да, следы похожи на маленькие, так что я думаю, это та девчонка, которая убиралась утром в клубе. Давай-ка немножечко подискутируем. Так, она зашла вот сюда. Пошла. Начала убирать краску. По сути, оглянулась и побежала в панике. Ну, не знаю. Хрен его знает, короче. Так, дедукция. Ну, я узнал много. Я узнал много от него. Ладно, тут нету циферки, так что недоступно получается. Так, давай позвоним Смирнову, хорошо. Что он мне расскажет?
I think I have a new lead on the Dunn case. I went to Yale's place and ran into O'Leary's men. They were waiting for him.
Ah, well, it's only normal. They run an illegal gambling operation. If a fight's canceled, they lose money. I'd love to take a swing at O'Leary, but we can't base the case on a hunch.
I'm not finished yet. You're gonna like what I have to tell you about the Dunn case.
Так, подожди, паузы нету.
I found racial slurs painted on the lockers at Dunn's gym. He was pretty open-minded about racial issues. Maybe his death had something to do with that.
John, half of the crimes in this city have racial ramifications, unless you have solid proof that it wasn't suicide. My hands are tied.
I think I have a
Вообще
new
долго
lead
нам
on the Dunn case.
Ну ладно.
A close friend of Dunn's works for O'Leary.
You mean that gorilla? Your ex's bodyguard? We know. O'Leary is a respectable citizen, until we prove otherwise. So there's nothing wrong with him hiring a bodyguard.
I think that's it.
Не хочу своего друга подставлять. Все же, блин, Горилла, мой друг. По лору. Значит, он мой друг. Так, что сейчас сделаем? Что можно сделать? Поехать куда-то надо. Блин, что я сделал? Я хотел посмотреть ваш blacksad. Так, я стал молчаливым. Сильно молчаливым. Ловким. Почерствее стал. И отстраненным. Понял. Так, ну... Ну-ка, можно с ним поговорить?
Do you remember anything else about the day you found the thingamajig with the springs and the paint can?
Yeah, no. Wait, yeah. Well, no. Now that I think of it, no. Hey, pal, how about thanking a good-looking goat with a cigarette?
Of course. Here you go.
Yeah, you think you're not responsible for my pathetic state? Think you're not to blame? It's the government that shipped me off to war.
They shipped me off too.
Oh, right. So then you know what it's like to kill, too. Well, then another sad hobo shouldn't be a problem for you, Professor.
Yeah, I killed people.
And yet, you don't want to help me die. Wait, but that's not what I wanted to say. Oh, well, you know we goats tend to jump from one thing to another. The government paid for everything. Army fatigues, rations, weapons, lodging at hookers, drugs. Do you know where that money comes from? The taxes! Your taxes, my dear friend. You helped them cut my legs. They declare war every chance they get, so that the weapon industry that finances their campaigns gets richer and richer and richer. And that's how we finance their wars. So the slightest connection with corruption turns us into accomplices. Unless one manages to keep at arm's length. That is what I did, my loyal disciple, at the Million-Star Hotel. So, do you like your master? Great.
Hey, what's your name? You never told me.
Понятно. Что будет, если пойти налево? Погнали сейчас и проверим. А ни хера не будет. Ну и ладно. Что тогда делать? Поехать на машине? Куда? Как?
I'd prefer a yellow Cadillac, but I can't complain. He opened it during the war? That's odd.
Листочек. Закрыто. С неожиданной кончиной Джозефа Эрдана. Так. Поищем что-нибудь в закусочной. Как-то ускользнула от меня волна вот этого геймплея, так что я не понимаю пока что делать. В таком ступоре небольшом нахожусь. Но надеюсь, я из этого выпутаюсь. Так. Пошли в закусочную.
Hi, Mr. Blacksad.
Have you remembered anything else about the moment you found Dunn's body?
I really can't remember anything. I'm sorry.
Понятно.
Sorry. I think that's it for now. See you around.
We'll miss you at Sam's Diner. Bye-bye.
Так, ну тут ничего нету. Тогда что мне делать? Что мне делать? Я не знаю, что мне делать. Так. Можете вернуться к предыдущей точке. Ладно. Окей, дедукция. Поехали. Что-нибудь придумаем. Так. Дан украсил что-то в клубе. Он поссорился с Еллем. Тут ничего нет. Звонить кому-то, что ли? Идем в клуб.
Do you remember anything else about Joe Dunn and Buddy Yale's argument?
No, not really, no. Only Joe yelling. If you do, I'll call off the fight and kick you out of the gym.
Not all folks are as open-minded as Dunn.
You've seen the graffitis, right? If I get my hands on that bastard...
Joe Dunn or Joey Dunn?
Huh? Nobody called him Joey. Well, maybe his wife. Although she didn't call him anything after she died.
I found an empty wine bottle on the rooftop. Did Joe Dunn drink?
Only for a while, back when his wife died. But eventually he quit. After that, he'd only drink on special occasions.
Угу. Да ничего особенного. Хорошо, здание надо осматривать. Что это тут такое? Ну-ка. Опа. Майк Батлер. Артур Тукер. Опа. Отлично.
Smells like paint. The proud South.
Угу. Это Артур Такер у нас, который на коленях.
Bastards. Of course.
Дедукция. Так. Думаем. Новая улика у нас это испачканное полотенце. Артур. Нет.
Arthur Tucker painted the racial slur on Yale's locker.
Все, сейчас скажем ему, кто это был. Да, все сходится.
Not all folks are as open-minded as Dunn. I happen to know who painted the lockers. Arthur Tucker.
I knew it! I knew it was him, that bastard. I'm gonna whip the white out of him.
Звоню Смирнову, может быть. Что-то продвинется. А я даже звонить не могу. Так. Что дальше? Что дальше тогда? Осмотрим все здания полностью. Повторно. Потому что я уже упустил какую-то улику. Это значит, то, что я мог еще что-то упустить. Угу. Даже с ней не поговорил.
Miss Dunn, can I run a couple of questions by you?
If they'll help you find Yale, go ahead.
Так. Опа.
What the?
What's wrong?
Someone's taking pictures from the rooftop.
Are you sure?
I'll go take a look.
Нифига себе.
Now, who's that rope for, Miss Dunn?
Weekly. What the hell are you doing here?
Hey, look! Isn't that Cassidy?
Don't change the subject, you sad little...
Why don't we settle this over ice cream, huh, John? Just like in the good old days.
How did you get up here? I don't want anyone to see you.
Ага. Понятно. Двойная загрузка. Надеюсь, у меня 2 игры сейчас не будет.
Everyone, even the most hapless of creatures, has a gift. Something that makes them special, that makes them worth knowing. Foul-smelling Weekly is no exception. No matter what he does, it's impossible to stay mad at him for too long.
This bourbon shake is delicious. Want a taste?
You know I don't like milk.
Your loss. So, Joe Dunn hangs himself and leaves his gym to his daughter, which makes her the first woman to run a boxing gym, I think.
I don't think Dunn killed himself.
What? Do you have a suspect? Any leads?
No, it's just a hunch. Although... I haven't identified the murderer just yet.
Это мог быть кто-то маленький. Потому что их было 3 в здании.
Well, it doesn't really matter.
Ну,
It's just a hunch.
заходи.
I wouldn't bet my life on it. I've got other suspects, like O'Leary, the bookmaker.
Desmond O'Leary? The same O'Leary who used to date Helen Moore? America's sweetheart?
Опа.
Now that's a woman.
And then there's the walrus. Who was that guy?
Come on. You've never heard of Frank Cassidy? The president of the Boxing Managers Association?
Who's also Stone's agent, Bobby Yale's rival.
Hey, he might have a motive, right? He might know something about Dunn's death, right?
I decided to ask Weekly to investigate Cassidy. My reasons? Weekly had already proven to be nosy. The farther I kept him from the gym, the better. Plus, any information found on Cassidy could be useful. You never know. But with Weekly, you just never know what the best approach might be. Should I give him an order or a subtle suggestion? Yeah, you might be right about Cassidy. But, it won't be easy to make him talk. He seems like a pretty tough cookie. Only a thorough and efficient detective could pull it off. But the problem is, I already got enough on my plate.
You're a lucky man, John Blacksad.
I don't follow.
You just found the thorough detective you need.
Oh, of course. What a great idea. How did I not think of you?
Hey, don't sweat it. But you'll have to do me a favor. Tell Sonia Dunn that a legendary journalist from What's News wants an interview.
Weekly, please.
Well, if not, bye-bye, Cassidy.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Great. That's settled then.
So, was there really someone on the roof?
There was. but it was just a friend of mine.
Oh, so now your friends are spying on me.
Look, I had nothing to do with it. I even got him to stop.
Sure you did.
Big, bright eyes. Looks well rested. Either she didn't mourn her father, or she really knows how to work that makeup.
Угу.
Nice and steady heartbeat.
Мотив у нее есть уже.
I saw you arguing with a guy named Cassidy. What did he want?
Remember the fight that needs to take place in order to save this gym?
Well, Cassidy manages Yale's rival, Stone, the reigning champion.
If Bobby doesn't show up, he'll lose money. Maybe not a lot, but enough to care.
Did you find anything interesting in those papers?
No. Investigation work takes time, as I'm sure you know.
Dunn kept files on the gym's staff and clients. Name, address, and date of birth. I'd like to take a look inside that safe now. Could you give me the combination?
I'd love to help you, but my mother's birthday used to be the combination, but I already tried it.
У меня есть еще к ней вопросы же.
Did you find anything interesting in those papers?
No. Investigation work takes time, as I'm sure you know.
Нет. Нифига себе. Опа. Да, я много чего пропустил. Вот и досочки наши, которые были поставлены вот здесь. Угу. Так, ну здесь все. Не думаю, что здесь какие-то улики могут быть на крыше. Мы много чего поняли. Но по-прежнему телефон не алло. Для Сони Дан.
Thank you, Mr. Blacksad.
Does the postman always leave your mail on the floor?
I don't know, I...
What's wrong?
It's my mother's wedding ring.
Who had it?
I don't know. My father wore it on his pinky finger after she died.
Not always, apparently.
Will you find out why?
I'll try. But there's something else I'm worried about. This might have something to do with Bobby Yale's disappearance.
Oh my, yes. It could be. Will you please give me a moment?
Of course.
Угадал. Хотя я их даже по именам не запоминаю, по лицам только. Так. 2 улики у нас есть. Хорошо, новые улики. Это вот это. И новая улика это... Нет, слава богу. Ну тут никак не понять, да. Обручальное кольцо жены Данна лежало в конверте, на котором было написано имя Сони. И еще. Чего?
Were Mary Purnell and Joe Dunn an item? What if Mary's birthday is the combination to the safe?
Yes?
Feeling any better?
Yeah, I guess. Thanks.
Нифига. А это что делает? Дата рождения Мэри, которая может быть комбинацией к сейфу, записана на карточке на столе Данна. Да.
And there it was, Mary's birthday, a week prior to that very day.
Угу. Давай сейф посмотрим, что там. Пистолет, деньги, документы.
I never would have taken Dunn for a gun owner. A few bucks, just petty cash.
You open the safe?
Yeah, and I think you need to see this.
Joseph Dunn.
Can you tell me what it says?
All right. I think this might be useful for the investigation, Mr. Detective. He left everything to me, except some boxing trophies and knickknacks that'll go to Bobby Yale.
When was it signed?
It was written 4 years ago, just weeks after I moved to Buffalo.
Congratulations. You're one lucky lady.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Do you think Bobby Yale read it before he disappeared?
Maybe.
All right. Thanks.
По фигне.
A happy family? You see, I've got this friend. He's a journalist, and the thing is, well, he would like to interview you.
Why?
A woman running a boxing gym? That's quite the story.
And how did this friend of yours find out, exactly?
I'm pretty sure he saw the,
I don't even want to hear you. I just hope you prove your professional worth before the day is over.
Черт.
I think I know who had your mother's ring.
You do?
Mary Purnell. I think she was in love with your father.
Thank you. Thank you.
Бля, что я сделал? Что я сделал? Сука.
Did you and your father get along?
Let's just say our relationship got better when I left for Sunny University. An 8-hour drive from here.
Meaning?
I'll lay it out for you, Mr. Blacksad. My father, Joe Dunn, disappeared the day my mother died. He became a shell of himself. Joe Dunn, my legal guardian. A man who gave me food, shelter, clothing, and an education. And that's more than you need to know.
What's in those papers you're going through?
Red tape.
Great. If you find something, please let me know.
I thought you were the detective. You do your job, and I'll do mine.
Сука, зачем я ей выдал этот секрет? Она не хочет мне помогать.
What can you tell me about Jake?
I thought you were friends. Guess I was wrong. He and my father were friends, so don't go down that road.
Did you get along with Bobby Yale? Okay. Forget it.
I wouldn't give a damn about him if it weren't for this stupid Jim his stupid fight is supposed to save. Happy?
What do you think about Mary, the cleaning lady?
Can't say. I barely know her. And I'm not one who's quick to judge other people.
I never asked about the gym's insurance.
That's exactly what I'm reading now. So far, it looks like your standard small business policy.
Did you find anything interesting in those papers?
No. Investigation work takes time, as I'm sure you know.
Понятно. Так, ну... Наверное, на этом все. Дождусь сохранения, что-то наверняка все сохранилось. Вот. Вот и оно. И все. Продолжим в следующей серии. С вами был, как всегда, я. Пока.